You fools! Matt and Roy, ESC United, your favorite Eurovision channel. Next up in today's rehearsals, review series is Lithuania. Monica took the stage with Sentimentai, and she had her liquid disco ball dress on, as I always like to call it, and it is looks fantastic on her. She looks exactly like she did in the national final, haircut and all of that. The question is, did that work on the big Eurovision stage? Did they take advantage of what they have available, or did they mess it up? I'd love to talk about this. Roy, what was your impression?
Well, they publicly admitted that they had to change a lot of things because of the LED not working, and I think they did an amazing job in that with the time frame that they had. Um, it didn't seem to me that the LED was what they initially had planned. They worked really nicely with the lighting, and that is really because Monica Liu is the centerpiece of this song. Everything is about how she performs it, how amazingly she sings it, and how she's just feeling the song. And they put a nice spotlight on her with the staging in this way. Like you have a lot of purples in the background, you have like squiggly lines in the background that you can just look at, and also like those very intimate close-ups. You have like a few lights coming from behind her, and I think those moments look really, really nicely. It's all about Monica, so I guess they didn't need to adjust as much, and maybe other delegations needed to do. But yeah, it is a massive upgrade from what they had in the national selection. That was just basically her cramped in a small stage, and now it is a big stage where she belongs. Yeah, good job.
To me, Monica is the prop. Like, it's all about her, as you said. She is just, she demands your attention. She does it so well. She's just so charismatic and such a character. It's just fascinating. And that's exactly what the staging is. It's fantastic lighting, actually. It's one of the performances where the missing the whole sun thing, kinetic sun thing, doesn't make as big of a, it's not as big of a deal, because it just doesn't matter. The lights dance around her a little bit, and the camera does spinning and all that stuff. Of course, you have to keep the performance energetic and alive. But Monica, she doesn't really move at all. She just stays in there, and she kind of goes with the camera, like spinning a little bit, right? But other than that, she's staying in place. And that's always like, is that going to work? But for some reason, it does. It's done so well and executed. There was actually, I was actually pleasantly surprised, because and that's why you should never just pay attention to the first snippets. I was not as impressed with what I saw initially, right? In the very first TikTok and the few pictures, I'm like, and here we are, and like now the whole package actually is quite nice. And I do think that they did everything that they could with what they've done with the staging, and they should be very proud. And that leads to the question, Roy, should they change anything at this point?
I think that this is pretty much good to go. Like, I don't think they had any major camera issues either. Like, not that I can really think of on top of my head. And they can't really do much more than what they've already done. I think they nailed it today, and this is pretty much good to go for the Eurovision stage, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mostly agree with that as well. Now, during the run-throughs, there were changes done to the lighting, because in the first round, you may remember, she looked like an alien because she had that really strong blue light in there. Right. And then the second one, it was less. And the third one, I think it was almost completely gone. There were a few things, and it was also depends on where you're watching it. I felt as sometimes it was a little bit too dark because her hair blended in with the black backdrop. So maybe they can do some lighting fixes there, some minor lighting fixes where she actually stands out from the backdrop. But other than that, I completely agree with you that I think this is one of the few countries we have every year, like they're like after the couple rehearsals, I think they're ready. And Lithuania is one of them. So job well done. Fix some of those lighting issues, I think, and you're good to go. That is what we are thinking. Did you watch the clip? Did you like it? Did something else stand out to you? I know you get much less than we get to see, but still, we would love to hear from you. Leave your comments below in the comment section. I said comments twice. But anyways, I'm moving on. I'll talk to y'all later.